Recording in progress.
Lights, camera. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's call court to order. Today is Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2026. It's 9 a.m. Proof of posting, please.
The agenda was posted on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 4:55 p.m.
Thank you. Let's pause brief for a moment of silence and have a pledge to the flags.
Please join with the pledge. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas
Flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas,
one state, under God,
one and indivisible. Thank you. All right, this time, if there's any members of the audience that want to speak to the court on business matters, please come forward at this time. Seeing none, I'd like to go to item D under proclamations and resolutions. Under D1, Commissioner Perry, you're asking for a ratification of a proclamation congratulating and recognizing Constable's Precinct 1's office.
Yes, sir. And I'm not going to read we read it at the ceremony, and I just want to present it to them this morning.
Good.
And I
We all come forward.
would like
Photographer.
you guys to tell us a little bit, how many constables' offices in the state have engaged in this and completed this program?
4 out of 700 and approximately 780, I believe.
Yeah.
2017 was the original year,
Correct.
correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have to be re-evaluated
Every 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, so this
So,
is our third read.
I just find it's one of those things, when you start it, you hope that it continues, and it has, and I think it shows. And again, I'm not going to take the time to read it since we've already read it, but I definitely want to present this to you guys and tell you we appreciate your pursuit of professionalism and the honor and integrity that you use to get there. So,
Reagan, would you mind coming up? Do y'all have a cell phone you want a picture?
Judge, they knew it was me, and nobody takes photos. Can't blame them.
Partially Photoshop is very handy. Y'all tighten up in there a little bit, kind of move it towards.
You want to be in the middle? Okay.
Judge and I are good bookends. Look at us.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Get another one. 2, 3. All right.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Commissioner, would you make a motion to
So move.
approve it? All right.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve proclamation. No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, under the consent agenda, I do not have any pulls. Are any pulls recommended by the court? All right, so is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So move. Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, I'd like to go to items K2, K2A, K2B, and K2C. I'd like to ask Amy Lowry and Judge Mikowski to come forward. And welcome to the court this morning.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you guys?
I'm good.
For your review, we have 4 resolutions. We have 4 different applications for the governor's office, for the specialty court. We have grant number 4407904 for the mental health court in the amount of $226,956.03. This is a continuation grant that supports ongoing treatment services and supervision for participants with serious mental health needs. So that resolution is before you today. Also, we have grant number 5699601 for the Veterans Treatment Court. The amount for that grant is $173,060.50. This is a new application that will allow us to expand services tailored specifically to justice-involved veterans. The third resolution is for grant number 5704501 for Recovery Court. That's also a new application. The amount of that grant is for $120,529.82. Another new application, which supports individuals with substance use disorders through treatment, accountability, and court oversight. And then, of course, the final application, or final resolution is for our new family treatment court with Judge Mikowski. The amount of that grant is for $178,474, and that's a new application.
Okay.
So the total request for all of these 4 grants is $699,020.35. There is no match requirement for any of these grants, so we respectfully request the approval of the Commissioners Court to submit these grant applications to the Governor's Office for hopeful approval from the Governor's Office to fund these 4 treatment courts for the upcoming year. As you know, Texas specialty courts, including these 4 courts, receive dedicated funding through a 1% allocation from the mixed beverage gross receipts tax and mixed beverage sales tax. That was established via House Bill 1256 in 2021. These funds go to the specialty court account managed by the Governor's Office, and that's distributed through competitive grants each year. And that's where this funding comes from. These grants will complement the other funding sources that already support our specialty courts, such as the Texas Veterans Commission and Bureau of Justice Assistance grants. So together, that will allow us to maintain services, reduce reliance on county resources, and continue operating programs that are effective and evidence-based. So again, there are no matching funds requested. So we respectfully request your approval, and always thank you for your support of our specialty courts.
Thank you. Questions?
The only question I had, I saw 3 of the grants have personnel requests in them, or personnel funds. Is that a full-time? Can you just explain what you would do with that? And when the grant runs out, are we going to need to keep these people, or what may occur?
So for example, the mental health court, it's a continuation grant. There's, for instance, can probably speak to this too. Some of it is a 50% FTE, and another one is a 100% FTE. It just depends on the grant sources. If we don't get that funding, we'll look for other funding. It just depends where we get the money.
Okay.
So it just.
And I know it's hard to envision when these
Right.
grants run out, where are we going to be? What does it look like?
Yeah, and it's always just kind of, we've had federal funding in the past with the horizon, the way the federal money is coming. It's not been wise to continue seeking federal funding. So that's why we're looking at state funding instead, since it comes from the mixed beverage tax. It's
a
guaranteed
dedicated,
funding.
revenue stream.
Right. And that money is allocated to specialty courts specifically, whereas the federal funding often gets halted.
Right.
This is a more consistent funding source than
I
the
do
other.
appreciate the difference you've made, and I can only imagine as this plays out what'll happen, but I just wanted to make sure. I mean, what are these, how many years are these grants? 1 or 2, or what, how many?
I was talking to Judge Mikowski this morning. In the 6 years I've been here, I have written almost $4 million for the county and gotten it.
Good.
So
Keep it up.
Pretty consistent funding sources, yes,
Wonderful. Thank you. I just had to ask those questions.
yes.
All right, other questions?
Hey, Judge, a motion to approve the specialty court grant applications and the related resolutions as presented.
Second.
That'd be K2A, B, C, and D.
Yes, sir.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to go to the discussion on the venue project update while Dustin Sioux Falls here as well. And then after we go through that, I would like Dustin to come up and kind of give us a report on what's going on out there with the parking lot and all that stuff.
Tanner Farmer, what number was that? I'm trying to think.
That is, I'm not
It is P1 and P2.
Okay, there it is, okay. Okay, and then we got some handouts.
Sorry, I'm getting logged in.
That one. That one. Okay. And that one. Okay.
I just need to get in and I can share my screen. I might need to. Am I in? Oh. Okay. I apologize.
Any help Ben can help you.
Yes. Let me put my glasses
I
on.
assume so. Okay. Okay, so we've passed out a packet of this presentation too. I know there'll be a lot of numbers on the screen and sometimes those are hard to see. So today, I'm going to present an update on the venue project, the funds flowing in and the funds that we need to flow out for several reasons. I think we did an update on this as of September 30th. So we're trying to do quarterly updates for you all. We can always do them more often if needed. So this report will go through for the most part December 31st, which is what our agreements are based on with the other two entities. And so I know I do this every time, but just to kind of wrap our minds around when we talk about these different funds, what's happening is there are two funds involved. And so in that middle there, you'll see the blue boxes. So the venue project debt service fund, that is where the hotel occupancy taxes and the vehicle rental taxes are funneled into. So it's collecting taxes all year, and then we use those proceeds to pay our debt service payments. Any surplus then flows down into the construction fund, what we call the construction fund. And so that's where we make our payments for either construction cost, repair and maintenance cost for the venue project facilities, and then of course to pay any agreement debt that we have with the other entities. Any questions there?
Come on.
The next slide. It's just going slow. The next will show you for the last 4 full fiscal years, this is on our fiscal year, just hotel occupancy taxes. And so I think sometimes it's helpful to see month per month other than just the total, because you can see that change month to month. And of course that, what's driving that is what's occurring in the county. But you'll see, as you go through months, you can see that the fluctuations are pretty consistent year to year. So, if one month is lower than the rest, we see that year over year. And so I think to me, that's indicative that there are some very consistent events or conferences, whatever that may be, that the county is having, that are happening within the county that have been consistent. And so we're seeing those same monthly fluctuations each year.
Looks like it's kind of flattened out a little bit.
It has.
Do you
So-
have an extra one of these? I was gonna give it to Dustin.
I-
Oh, you've got one. Thank you. All right, sorry.
And so, highlighted in blue, of course, is fiscal year '25. So that's the year ending September 30th, 2025. And you'll see there the total is, of course, it has dropped slightly, very minimal drop there. But like the judge mentioned, when you look at those last 4 years, there's really not been a whole lot of change there. I know we want to see those numbers increase year over year. And so, of course, that's the goal. But I think there's a lot to be said about consistency as well. I think building on that consistency is important. And so having that base there will help us be more confident moving forward. And then for FY '26, I went ahead and we have October, November, December, and January. And so you can see there how those months are falling out so far for this fiscal year. And just stop me if you have any questions. Just looking at where we are in this fiscal year, what do we expect the rest of this year to look like? This summary here is just comparing October through January for the last 5 years, including this year. And so you can see there at the top what the first 4 months look like each year and what the increase over the prior year was. And so you can see that there is a dip there in this current year, that 3.77%. But I think we'll even out. It should flatten out when we see the whole year in review. And then that chart there below, again, is just October through January for those 5 years. And very, very consistent, almost flat for those same 4 months. And so I would anticipate then that, we would again see a consistent year for FY '26. On the vehicle rental tax side, I know sometimes we don't talk about that one as much, but you can see that amount has grown significantly. And so that plays a big piece in what that surplus will be each year. For FY '25, again, saw a slight drop from the prior year. And then again, on this one, I have just the first 3 months of FY '26 to show where we are this year. If you estimate out, I'm estimating for FY '26, we should probably end about 630,000. So about 2%, close to 2% increase over FY '25 for the vehicle rental side of the tax. And then a review of our obligations to other entities. So this shows you City of Waco and Waco ISD. So that total amount due at the top, that's what was in the original agreement. And then those are the payments, of course, below that we have made. That does not include the payments that we will be approving today. And so you'll see there, as of today, before any approvals are made, we owe 2.1 to the city and then the 434,000 to the school district.
And that's total.
Yes, sir.
So once those are paid off, that goes away.
Yes, sir. And so, again, the surplus that we are obligated to pay each year, it is based on a calendar year. So in February, which we are here now, we calculate that surplus and then bring that forward to you to approve and adjust if needed. And it's very simple. It is tax revenue minus debt service.
Yeah.
That is our surplus. And so the city and the school district each get 25% of that, and then we retain the other 50% to use for projects. And of course, you do have the ability to increase those payments if you so choose to, and there's funds available.
And that's, there's no interest cost on those debts either, so.
Yes, sir. That is correct. And so, in calculating that surplus for calendar year '25, this is just a very collapsed version of what that looks like. So you'll see their total hotel occupancy tax revenues were at almost 2.8 million. our vehicle rental tax revenues at about 619,000. And so there, our total revenues for the calendar year were 3.376 million. Our debt service payments, we make a principal, an interest, and then an interest. Those payments are made twice a year. So those total almost 1.9 million each year for this current year specifically. And then you'll see there the surplus is 1.5 million, right over 1.5 million for calendar year 25.
And 1.86 is specific to the bond
Yes.
payment.
Yes.
Not the other two.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, those are for the bond payment,
Show it, yeah.
the revenue bond. Yes, sir. And so then those calculations at the bottom are just based on that surplus revenue. So 25% each for the other entities, and then the remainder 50%. And then looking at it over the next, this year plus, or this last calendar year plus the next 3 years, that first column there for calendar year 25 is just a copy of what we just looked at on the prior slide. And then what I've done is just moved it forward for the next 3 years. We've changed these estimates, of course, over the years of the venue project. And so right now we have just about a 1% growth factor each year. And I know that is minimal, but I think based on the last few years of history, I think that seems very conservative. And so then you'll see there each year what we would estimate our surplus to be, and then below those payments that would satisfy the debts to those entities. So you'll see there that based on these estimates, we would extinguish the debt with the school district after calendar year 26. I think that's a no-brainer that will occur. Okay. And then City of Waco would then pick up the remainder of the 50%. So we're still paying 50% out. It would just increase theirs. Yeah. In accordance with the total 50%. And then you can see there that, again, based on estimates, if we're just sticking to that 50% in total, we would extinguish that debt after calendar year 28.
28?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then, of course, then we sit on that total amount of surplus, and that's what then year after year we're able to push back into these funds for project expenditures. Any questions?
Questions?
So far? Then to look at, just what our actual funds look like, our general ledger. This is a synopsis as of 12/31 of our 2 venue project funds. So on the top there, you'll see the construction funds. So as of December 31st, we had 1.75 million in fund balance. We have the parking lot project that was approved since we last talked about this update. And so that is, of course, using up your funds that were sitting currently. And so then you'll see there that increase that's in yellow, the transfer after we make approvals today. And so that would give you a fund balance after that project is complete of right under 700,000. I would recommend keeping that intact there for repair and maintenance that occurs. So base repair and maintenance, other repair and maintenance on the venue project land specifically. Those are large buildings, a lot going on there. So repair and maintenance is just, of course, a no-brainer that we'll have it. So we want to always keep some in there to keep those buildings where they need to be. Then below, you have the debt service piece. So in that fund, we currently have a fund balance of about 3.3 million. You'll see there that surplus that was calculated after the calendar year, and then what would be backed out of there for those amounts. And then each month, we hold back 1/12 of the debt service. And so then we would have an estimated fund balance in that debt service fund of 1.4 million. Now that is an amount that you can, we have reserves in different ways. We have our bond is insured outside of these funds. And so that amount could be used to push up into the construction fund if you so choose to. You can leave it here as a reserve, but those funds are available for your approval on how you want to proceed. But right now they are sitting, they are additional surplus that you can make decisions on. And so that is something that you could use to move into construction. And then if you wanted to accelerate payments to your two entities, if you wanted to start a new project on venue project property, that is just a decision of the court on how to move there. But like I said, you'll see there that we're right over 2 million in fund balance that's unspoken for currently in those funds put together as of the end of December.
Question on that slide,
Yes.
back one page. What is the estimate payment to Waco ISD in 2026, this calendar year? That 56,936 payment, is that paid at the start of 2027, like in February? So
Yes.
So this year's payment is the 377, 371.88.
Correct.
And then it'll be in fiscal year 2027.
Yes.
That will pay off that 56, okay.
Yes. So this exact same time next year, we'll bring that amount to you, and then that one I'm very confident that that one will be paid off at that point in time.
Okay, gotcha.
What's, on the, ongoing maintenance, did we create a policy on what that figure needs to be sure we keep money in it?
There is not a policy on that, but I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, and I think in doing that, we need to evaluate what kind of risk is out there and what kind of mitigation we've already taken care of with insurance and those kind of things. And see if there's something not covered. But a lot of it's just gonna be wear and tear and, those kind of things.
Yes, sir.
And so at least take a look at that and see if we've cut as much, if we got a lot of exposure taken care of, then we can feel comfortable in moving that money to additional projects. But of course, money's coming in all year long.
Yes, sir.
I think we probably ought to think about a rule of thumb or something.
No, I think that's a great
A
idea.
lot of warranties are out, and or warranties start going out, different things, and that have to be replaced. We see it in our own witness, so.
I think that's a really good point, Judge, and along that same line, I'd be curious to know what warranties there were when on the base when it started,
Yeah.
and where we are on are there any warranties left right now?
Yeah.
Is there anything out there anymore, or are we already out?
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that off the top of my head, but we'll get together and look at that for sure. Okay.
So, just looking at this, of course, we need to approve the minimum 25%
Yeah.
payments. You can increase those some. I know we can't increase them the full amount to pay them off, but it is definitely up to your discretion if you want to
Accelerate 'em.
increase those. But like the judge said, is interest-free debt, and there's no reason we can't come back mid-year
That's right.
and make additional payments
Right.
if you so choose to. These are just the ones that are per our agreement.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions about that? So on item P1 is just a report, and I'd make a motion, we approve that report for recording purposes.
Second.
All right, have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. Under P2 is laying out the debt service, the plan going forward, and so be looking for a motion to approve the disbursements as.
So move.
Second.
All right, have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Dustin? All right, Mr. Dustin Sufall, the President and General Manager of Hard Texas Fair.
Thank you, Judge. And just on behalf of the organization, just want to say thank you to Judge and then the commissioners and McLennan County for the support that we receive at the Exco Event Center and within the venue project. And you know, we continue and strive every day to make sure to make McLennan County a better place by bringing in events, creating economic development. And just want to say thank you, because I don't think we can ever say thank you enough for the support that we receive from all of you in the Commissioners Court. So just wanted to say thank you. Also wanted to give an update, as Francis had mentioned, the parking lot project that is going on out at the event center right now with in our east parking lot, moving that from the pavement to the concrete. It's going very well. They poured yesterday morning. The next pour will be on Thursday morning. When I talked with the construction folks, they estimate completion to be around the second week of March, barring any major weather anomalies that could happen in February. But that's going great. And I think as that project sets us up for great success moving on. Redoing that, the parking lot has been in some disrepair, and now getting it for a very long-term solution is certainly going to it's going to make the event center better and allow us to continue to do and bring more events to Waco. And so, but did want to just say thank you for all the support on the venue project, and you know, just let you know that we are doing everything we can to keep moving forward and bring in events and entertainment to the citizens of McLennan County.
Especially those events that put people in hotel rooms.
Yes, sir, those are a priority.
That's a self-serving.
Absolutely. We want heads in beds.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say, you say thanks to the court and all of that, but, extend our thanks to the volunteers out there. It wouldn't happen without that. The other thing is the staff's doing a great job of keeping the place clean and looking good, and these kind of parking lots make it easier and more attractive to look at. So when they, you know, a lot of times you're gonna do an event in a certain town, you wanna go look and see how it's laid out and how clean it is, and be sure you can present whatever program you've got in the best light. So, good job.
Certainly ought to make cleaning up easier.
Yeah. Anything,
I
yeah.
have a question real quick, and either Dustin, because I think I've asked Dustin Chapman this one time before. Where are we on the presentation on our long-range plan?
So that,
We just talked about that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
so that is upcoming with the holidays, and then it's just everything kind of slowed down a little bit. I have been in contact with Populous to try to push them along and encourage them to get us some final numbers and you know, just an estimated cost of the project and see where we're at.
An update or anything. Yeah.
Yep. And so I've been pushing on Populous, and I think we should be able to have that for sure in the first quarter, if not sooner, you know, sooner than later. So, but that has been a priority.
Yeah, because the original length of the study has already passed.
Right.
Yeah, what they said.
We
it would
paid
take.
for that in full,
I don't think so.
No, sir.
so we're waiting for the final product then?
Yes, sir.
Before we,
They're way behind. I don't know why. I'm not making excuses.
I have no idea how far behind. I mean,
7 months to
Yeah, we-
15 or something.
They need,
Oh, really?
you know, for stuff, but, you know, we need that. But also, a lot of the agreement is just routine arrangements between landlord and the tenant, you know, that we need to look at all that, see if there's anything that we
Did
should.
we never approved that
Base agreement? No.
that agreement, did we?
No, it's, we've deferred it till we can. The idea was to get this, as we're talking about agreement and going forward, one of the important things is you know, what's the plans too for the future. So if there's anything that affects the ongoing lease, then that would be considered in the. So. Those that aren't on mute, please mute. Is that Carter?
Yep.
Where's that coming from?
John Carter, the IT guy. Remember his interview?
You remember,
Get Zoom to work?
the IT director that can't figure out Zoom?
That couldn't have been better, I'll tell you. Okay, well, thank you very much, and we answered y'all's questions about the lease deal. Dustin and I have talked briefly, and we're gonna working on that, and get the framework and some, get the idea from their executive committee, kind of any ideas they've got, and then we'll get together and try to nail it down, so.
Is it too late to get out there to write my name on the concrete before?
No, it's gonna pour.
The good news is we're still pouring, so,
Okay, I'll try to get
so I think Thursday morning at 3 AM they're gonna start. So if you want to be there at 3:30, it ought to be just
Can I give you my
perfect.
stamp?
Yes, sir, we'll do it.
And you can't send Chrissy to do it.
Oh, I know, she won't go to that, I don't blame her. Thank you, Dustin.
Maybe a face imprint in there. Okay.
Well, Is there any plan
Appreciate you.
for that, pile of stuff that y'all have created? The pile of tailings, the pile of, that they,
The cement.
millings?
The millings, yes, sir. So we've already started with some of the millings, and the area between the old GE building and Waco High. We've already spread some of those, and then the plan is to utilize that to help tidy up some areas on the grounds.
Good.
So
Yeah, it'll be put to good use.
That milling will set up some too.
that's what we're hoping, is once we kind of get the concrete folks gone, then we can look at and where we can flatten out, because there's still some places that need a little bit additional, just need some tidying up. And so that's the plan for the millings. And thank y'all for allowing the company to leave the millings for us.
Yeah.
And so that's been very helpful.
Good.
Good.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hey, Jeff.
All right, thank you, Court.
All right. Mr. Chapman?
Yes, sir. All right, we can move back up to item F, bids, RFPs, RFQs. F1 is authorization of aircraft insurance proposal with Gallagher for the county sheriff. Back in January, the court approved the submission of this application for aircraft insurance. The insurance company will be Star Indemnity and Liability Company, and the policy premium totals $25,200, which was the same as last year, and this will run through February 6, 2027. It's been reviewed by myself and Captain Nixon and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
F2 is authorization of quote with Extraco Technology for structured cabling for Justice of the Peace Precinct 5. I'd like to call on John Carter.
Excuse my phone for the outburst earlier. This one is for, this is that structured cabling quote for JP5. This is one we had to take a total guess at because we didn't have any plans when we did the budgeting. Obviously, it's come in over budget now at $42,591, which would allow us to do which would require us to do a $27,591 amendment to the budget. Has been reviewed and is recommended for approval, though.
All right. What's the pleasure of the court?
Move to approve. Notice how I said that.
Yeah, I did. I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
All right, F3 is authorization of bid renewals. There are two here. I'm going to read them both in, Ken. F3A is regarding bid 25-001, corrugated steel, concrete, and polypropylene culverts. And F3B is regarding bid 25-005, asphalt emulsions. Ken?
Yes, we checked with both the precincts and we checked with Wilson Culverts in Advanced Drainage. They're willing to renew this bid at no change in cost for the culverts. And so we recommend renewing, and if the court accepts it, it'd be from March 1, 2026 through February 28th, 2027.
Okay, any questions for Ken? All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass. All right.
And did that cover the asphalt as well? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, again, the asphalt emulsions, we checked with the precincts, and then we checked with P2 Emulsions in Ergon. And again, they were willing to renew our agreement from last year for another year if approved by the court. If approved by the court, the contract would extend from March 1, 2026 through February 28, 2027.
Okay, questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Pass.
All right, moving on to item G, contracts and local agreements. G1 is authorization of letter agreement with City of Waco for pavement repair on Katy Lane. I'd like to call on Amy.
Good
Morning.
morning, everybody.
Morning.
So, City of Waco installed a utility line, or is in the process of installing a utility line down Katy Lane in the pavement, and the line is 20 feet deep. So as you can imagine, when you're digging down 20 feet, you don't have a 4-foot wide trench, and they have gotten to the point where instead of just doing a trench repair, they have to repair the entire width of the road. So they did come up with a no-cost option to the county, which will provide us with a better product. So we will get that section entirely repaved from edge to edge. So there's no cost to us, so I recommend that we sign the letter with City of Waco.
Okay. All right, any questions?
In one of our favorite reports.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I'll make a motion, we approve that, action item.
Second.
Have motion second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
G2 is authorization of interlocal cooperative agreement with the City of Woodway for road work. Commissioner Perry?
Yes, sir. This is just a interlocal agreement with the City of Woodway. We started a year ago, helping them with their park roads, and this ought to finish us up this year. So I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
G3 and G4 are both regarding the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Intergovernmental Services Agreement, authorization of modification of contracts. And essentially, these are just de-obligating excess funds in one contract and then adding funding to the other task order. So I don't know if Major Ives has anything additional to add.
Budget neutral.
Yeah, that's it. It's just obligating funds for their obligation for housing inmates in our facility. They do this very commonly.
Yeah. All right, I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G5 is authorization of lease agreement with Thermal Trek Incorporated for refrigerated storage unit for McLennan County Jail. Major Ives or Ken?
So,
David, do you want to take this one?
yeah, absolutely. We're doing some maintenance on our refrigeration freezer system out of the jail. We don't have enough space to store the food that we need to keep on hand to provide the meal services for the inmates without having an external unit, if you will. So that's going to run for about 4 days, I think, estimated, maybe a little bit shorter than that. And the item that we need or the service that we need is just refrigeration services to hold that cold storage food for that period of 2 or 3 days for building maintenance to be able to do those repairs.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
I would say if we'd have done this last week, we could have just put it outside, David.
Timing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G6 is ratification of order form subscriptions with Thompson Reuters for legal reference material for the 74th District Court. This is ratification of this agreement for West Proflex. It totals $315.90 a month for the 74th District Court. Subscription is for 3 years, and it was just needed a quick turnaround. The office didn't realize it needed to be approved by court. So we just need a motion to approve the ratification of this order form subscription with Thompson Reuters.
I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
G7 is authorization of event order agreement with Courtyard by Marriott Waco for county judges meeting. A judge has the opportunity to meet with some judges this afternoon and some others. This agreement totals $191.48, again, for a meeting space for an afternoon meeting today.
I make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G8 is authorization of parking lease with St. Paul's Parish Waco. As everyone is aware, with the parking issues going on around the courthouse campus, we have been looking at alternatives. We have that agreement with the Alico for a limited number of parking spaces. We also approached St. Paul's about the vacant lot along the 400 block of Jefferson. They're in agreement of leasing that to us. The thought is for the contractors to be able to park there. Term of the lease would start today, would run for 1 year, then we'd have the option to extend it month to month. It would be $350 a month, and then we would be responsible for just routine maintenance on the premises. So this is something visiting with TJ. Looks like it's it's a grass lot. There is some gravel there. I think it would probably be able to park 40 plus vehicles there. So I think this will help take some of the strain off of what's going on downtown.
Yep. All right. Yeah, we've been working with St. Paul's trying to figure out more places to park. And as you know, especially during the weeks of jury trials, it's unbelievable. And a lot of those construction worker vehicles stay here all day long. And so that space never frees up. So this is a good solution to that. So we appreciate St. Paul's letting us the opportunity to do this. And I'd make a motion we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G9 is authorization of sales order agreement, service agreement, document management agreement, and related addendums, amendments, documents of CTWP for postage machine for Justice of the Peace Precinct 3. Ken?
Yes, there's a whole lot of paperwork here, but what it boils down to is the lease for a postage machine for 60 months at $242.28 a month.
Okay. All right, any questions?
No questions, Ken, but a couple of comments. And I've looked at how many posting machines we have around the county, and at some point, I think it's something we need to look at if there's a way to congregate and reduce those numbers and have a central place or how that works. I know there's an issue with the post office not willing to take purchase orders or in some cases checks, but you know, when you're spending so much a year and you're actually have less postage than what the machine costs, then we need to come up with a viable way of determining how to move forward with a number of machines we have and everything. So
yeah, so
there's a difference between need and I guess comfort or making something easier. And I realize it's not easy if you can't purchase postage stamps individually. So some way, I don't know, money order, I don't know, figure out something, credit card, something use or something like that. But that's something we can look at going forward maybe.
okay. All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G10s regarding the master engineering and consulting services agreement, work order number 1 with Lockwood, Andrews, and Newman Incorporated. This is invoice number 2. This is on the water consulting services. So this includes the work on the Central Texas Water Alliance, the Water Resources Group, and then general water consulting. This invoice totals $7,944.95, and it has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions on that? Not, I'd make a motion, we approve it.
Second.
Have a motion, second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G11 is authorization of grounds maintenance contracts with the grounds guys for various county facilities. TJ?
Oh, yes, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
This is our yearly contract with grounds guys. They maintain all of our landscape and all of our mowing throughout all of our facilities in the county. We've reviewed this. We recommended for approval. It was budgeted during our budget session this past year, so we can't see anything wrong with it. So we recommend it.
And I'll just share, this is under a TIPS contract, so it's under a cooperative agreement.
Okay, thank you, Ken.
Okay.
All right,
What was the amount last year?
The amount last year came in around 78. There is a 7% increase on this one for this year, but this particular contractor has not raised their prices in over 3 years.
Also, we added a building. We added the building in McGregor.
JP4, yes, sir.
Yeah, So I mean, that was part of
That would
the
increase it.
increase, yeah.
Okay.
But it's the best price because it's on a contract, it's on a no
Well,
bid, it's tip.
I like to tie anything that's getting this close to $100,000 to a cooperative agreement contract, so.
Okay.
Good idea. All right,
Motion to approve.
Second.
motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
G12 is authorization of data exchange authorization form agreement with WEX for fuel card program. Francis?
And I know the sheriff's office can speak more specifically on this, but this is an agreement to create a data exchange between our current WEX fuel system and the sheriff's office approved new software for their fleet management. And so this will allow automatic updates for things like mileage, dates of fuel, and for their record keeping. There is an additional fee of $9.99 a month, which should not be an issue budget-wise, should not need a budget amendment. And I know Captain Nixon is also on if needed.
Okay.
Is that, Captain, is that $9.99 a month per card or total, or how, what are we talking about, $9.99?
It's total, sir.
I like
What that allows us to do is get fuel mileage inputs daily on any vehicle that got fuel that day, which goes into our fleet management system, which allows us to update when oil changes are due, and track mileage on our vehicles.
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, and comment?
Discussion. Is this on all the vehicles or just you guys?
It would be on all the vehicles that we maintain at the MOE shop.
So is this what you and I talked about recently, where it'll give whoever is using the vehicle, it'll give them a heads up when maintenance is due and?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion? Not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right, moving on to item H, capital improvement and construction projects. H1 is regarding Chapel Road Improvement Project. H1A is authorization of application for payment number 23 from Casparian Underground, doing business as H&B Contractors. And then H1B is authorization of engineering surveying services invoice from Walker Partners. Amy?
Good morning again, everybody. Okay, so our first invoice for Chapel for Casparian, just to update you on where we're at, they're doing preliminary punch list items. So as soon as they work their way through that preliminary list, which is very small things, we'll have a final walkthrough and final punch list, and then we should be done. So
Wow.
we're down to just small items, looking at a date to do a ribbon cutting, if anybody's interested in participating. So that's where we're at with that one. So that would cover our first two, the surveying, Walker Partners work, supervising, and also Casparian's work. The next one, Pat and Branch, BGE for their supervision of that contract. That's moving along really quickly. All of the subsurface and lower half of the bridge is already done, so we're working our way towards the top half of the bridge, the concrete course, and then the asphalt wearing course. So making great progress there. I think we're about 50% through with the money, but the expensive items are the ones at the end that have to do with the paving and the other items that are left. So already got a call from Knife River asking if we had any other bridge projects that we're going to be letting. So I did give them a heads up about what's coming. So I think we'll get some good prices from that because this was a really positive job so far.
Okay, so what did we just now talk about, Amy? We talked about
So,
Casparian,
H1A,
H1A.
B.
Did we talk about B?
Yes,
No,
she did.
Yeah,
With Walker
H1B.
Partners?
Yep.
Okay, can I ask a question about that one?
Absolutely.
Okay. The original agreement was $1,057,660, and it shows that they've already earned $1,169,500. Do we have some change orders that went in there that caused that amount to go up?
When they initially provided their professional service agreement, they didn't account for how long the project was going to be. So it was kind of a oversight on their part. So they didn't have enough time built in for their project supervision. So we did process an addendum.
We talked about it in court.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We approved that change?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am.
So, looking for approval on H1A, H1B, under H2, H2A. And we haven't got to H2B, have we?
Knife River, I don't think so. Patton, did you? Yeah, you talked about Patton too.
Okay, all right, H2B. All right, any questions on those? What's the pleasure, court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, pass.
I do, Judge, if I could quickly, I want to thank Amy and her staff for working with these contractors as close as you did. I don't think we were headed in the right direction early, and I appreciate you guys getting involved and figuring a way to make this work and as efficiently as it did.
Doesn't work unless it works for all of us. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Dustin.
And H3 is regarding the Justice of the Peace Precinct 5 Office Edition. H3A is authorization of professional service invoice with CP&Y doing business as SDB, invoice number 16. And then H3B is authorization of payment application number 4 from HCS. Ken?
Yes, the application for payment from STV is for the dates November 29, 25 to January 2nd, 2026, in the amount of $1,652.35. It's been reviewed by us, and we recommend approval.
Okay. And that's 3A and 3B, Ken?
No, that's just 3A.
That's just 3A. Okay. Ken, are we getting close?
TJ, I hadn't been over there to review. TJ, we getting close?
Close is
We are. We're sitting at probably about 60% or so. They've got the building shelled in, got all the exterior sheeting on, they've got the roof on. So they're going through, finished all the electrical rough in, they're closing up the interior now. So they're moving along fairly well.
Okay, good. Thank you. Motion to approve H3A.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
So H3B is the application of payment from HCS. It's pay application number 4 in the amount of $78,554.55. TJ and I reviewed it, and of course, the architect has signed off on it, so we recommend approval.
All right, any questions? I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Item I is budget amendments. There's nothing under I1 for the FY25 budget, and then under I2 regarding the FY26 budget. Francis?
Thank you. So starting with I2A, this is general fund, capital outlay. This is related to item F2 you approved earlier. And so this is increasing capital outlay by that $27,591 for the network upgrade project at JP5. I2B, this is general fund, county court at law 3. This is a request to purchase security camera, TVs, monitors, the labor also needed for the install of that equipment. And so they are requesting to move within their department from visiting judges' compensation into furniture and equipment so that they can purchase these items and complete this project. I2C, this is general fund, Heart of Texas Fairgrounds repair and maintenance. So this is not venue project, this is other general properties at the fairgrounds. And so this is a request to increase that repair and maintenance line by moving from contingencies in general fund. This would cover the 2 quotes that are attached from Lone Star Chiller. There's also an additional piece placed in there just for upcoming repair costs that we know will occur. I2D, this is General Fund Road and Bridge 3. The request is to move from the General Fund contingencies into furniture and equipment, and this would be used to cover the cost of safety lights for trailers for that precinct. I2E, this is Fund 418, our venue project construction fund. This is a request to increase the repair and maintenance line to cover the attached quote quote from Lone Star Chiller, and this is related to the HVAC system at the base. So those are the 5 budget amendments I have.
If there's no questions, is there a motion to approve I2A through I2E?
So move.
Second.
And then I do have a question.
All right, I have a motion second. Any discussion?
Real quickly, on the fairgrounds, in particular in the venue, that's another area we talked about warranties.
Yeah.
To see if this work that's being done, are we getting warranties on that specific work that's being done? So that we don't.
This is the chiller maintenance that we do every year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Commissioner, these are actually repairs.
Oh, they are
So,
repairs? Okay.
yeah, so if you're talking in particular about the stuff at the base, that's venue project related, we will receive warranties on the compressors that are being replaced.
Okay.
What we're seeing now is we're at the end of our term, so all of our equipment is out of warranty phase. When you purchase a new compressor to go in, that compressor comes, typically it's about a 3-year warranty.
Okay.
With the right product, so yes.
Good. Okay, thank you.
All right. Hopefully one of these days, we could get a county judge that knows a little bit about HVAC units. All right, we have a motion second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Pass.
I2F is authorization of funding allocation for emergency notification services. So the emergency notification services contract is managed by HotCog. It is funded through a federal grant through Homeland Security. That grant is on hold due to a federal lawsuit. But given the timing of the year and heading into spring with the storm system, HotCog is requesting to get this system up and running. The contract starts on March 1st. It's $42,000, so they would like to divide that among the entities in the COG and the city of Waco. So it'd be a $6,000 ask from us. The hope is that once the federal funds are released, that the COG could then reimburse those funds to us. I've talked to Ryan Durker about this. He agrees that we need the system up and running. So the recommendation would be to go ahead and provide the funding totaling $6,000 from McLennan County to get this contract funded.
All right, thank you. Any questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
We have nothing under item J, real estate this week. Under item K, grant proposals. K1 is our ARPA discussion. K1A is regarding the professional services agreement with Forvis Mazars. Authorization of grant management services invoice through December 2025. This invoice totals $1,576.34 for those grant management service and is recommended for approval.
Any questions anyone have?
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
K1B is regarding the subrecipient agreement with the city of Riesel, Texas. Authorization of draw request number 8. Francis?
Yes, this is draw 8 from Riesel. It totals $15,005.74. And so it has been approved and is recommended for approval.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
K1C is regarding the McLennan County ARPA HVAC renovation project, agreement with Lockridge Priest, authorization to pay application number 13. Ken?
Yes, this pay application is in the amount of $266,866. Excuse me, I got on the wrong line. $266,954.94.
Right.
TJ and I have looked at it. I believe Dustin's looked at it, and we recommend approval.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any discussion?
We're getting close.
No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
K1D is regarding the professional consulting contract addendums with LAN. K1D1 is authorization of invoice. This one is through the end of October, it totals $5,341.45. And then K1D2 is another invoice through January 2nd, totaling $8,325.41. They've both been reviewed and recommended for approval. And I do want to say that we've been communicating with Lynn, and they will be here on March the 3rd is the plan to give an ARPA update on these water projects.
Good, all right. Okay, any questions anyone have on that? If not, I'd make a motion we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, passed.
K2E is authorization of General Victim Assistance Grant Program application and related resolution forms. I'd like to call on Jordan Ruiz.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Get your sidekick, will you?
Just in case y'all have any specific questions, I'm here to hopefully answer them if she can.
I appreciate it.
All right. The Sheriff's Office requests permission to apply for the General Victim Assistant Grant Program with the application deadline of February the 12th. Historically, the Waco Police Department has assisted with victim services. However, due to increased workload demands, they are no longer able to provide this support. As a result, there is a demonstrated need for a dedicated victim services program within the Sheriff's Office. We are seeking grant funding for 2 full-time positions, a crime victims coordinator and a crime victims liaison. These positions will solely be focused on victims assistance and will ensure the victims receive timely emotional support, appropriate referrals to resources, and clear guidance throughout the criminal justice process. This grant requires a 20% match of the total project cost, which can be cash or in kind. The projected salaries and associated are as such. The coordinator salary is $58,100 and the liaison would be $51,600. Combined salary total of $109,700. With the addition to equipment and other operational items, we estimate the total grant request to be approximately $120,000, resulting in a required match of approximately $24,000. We've met with HotCog to discuss allowable methods for meeting such a match requirement, including fringe benefits, donations, and cash match options. After consultations with our auditors, there's a concern that the fringe portion might exceed the allowable 20% match threshold. To avoid over-contributing the county side, a cash match may be the most appropriate option, pending further discussion. Any questions?
Any questions? I have one. Now, the DA's office has a similar program, so how does that, do they overlap or?
They provide, on the justice side, the court side, the DA's office side, they don't respond to on-scene. And that's where Waco PD used to fill that void before they lost volunteers. They had, I think, 400 calls last year, if I remember correctly. So we really like to have victim services on scene. And for instance, we had a murder Sunday as well as a questionable death. Yeah. It's great to have these folks on scene so investigators can investigate crime scene, can process crime scene. It allows our people to have someone that's providing these services for the victims, violent crimes, family violence, sexual assaults. It covers a lot of person crimes.
So I guess if then it moves into the judicial process, then there's kind of a handoff at that point, so.
Yes, and it depends on how, because some victims of violent crimes, there's no suspect, there's no process on the court side. So that's where we kind of fill that gap in for the community. As well as smaller agencies that also lost coverage, we could provide those services to smaller agencies that may need it.
And the cash match at 20%, what's the dollar amount of that? What's that end up being?
22, what was it? More around 24,000.
Yes.
Yeah. But some of it could be in kind, you're saying?
It could be in kind or it could be cash. It just depends on what's the more responsible.
Well, you mentioned a minute ago something about HotCog. What does HotCog have to do with?
So we have to go apply with them, and they are.
That's who's going to give.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
These programs work well. If you've ever been in the field they work very well, and I'm glad that you guys have brought this up and want to pursue it.
I think it's important in the grant to mention that it won't be just for the county, that this opportunity will be there for smaller agencies that need that support also, that used to get it from Waco, aren't getting it anymore. I think that's very important.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know it works well in the DA's office with those people that are, not sure what's gonna happen next and those kind of things, and it offers a great service to the public. All right, any other questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
And motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, under item L, Department Office Specific Request, L1 is Human Resources, Authorization of Salary Survey, Pierre County Participant List. Anna?
Good morning.
Good morning. So I have here the list. I believe I presented this proposed list the previous time it was addressed in court. But just as a refresher, we're requesting court approval of the list of peer counties that we use as a part of our salary survey. So our salary survey countywide consists of private market data that we compile through ERI, or Economic Research Institute, the database. The other 50% we use these public entities, which include peer counties and the city of Waco. And so the request here is specific to those peer counties. We've used a method of comparison among the Texas counties that includes the population size of the counties and the GDP of the county, the gross domestic product of the county, which had been factors previously referenced. The new one here is a taxable value. So that's the change, the difference. And so that's now also being assessed. And so the method I use is very similar to the compensation ratio we've seen during budget, where I'm comparing salaries. So that same point system, I'm applying now to the values for each of those three factors. And so in doing that and then narrowing the counties that fit each of those factors within a range of 0.70 to 1.3, or 30% difference, is how I compiled the list of these 6 counties, which include 5 counties that we had already used previously. The new one here is Guadalupe County, and we removed counties that we were using that don't fit within this range. So that means they're more than 30% different in one of these factors. I can answer any questions that the court may have about the list.
I know there's been discussions with the Sheriff's Department, and they make up a large percentage of the workforce, and so they may have a perspective, and I know y'all visited and worked together, but if they have like a presentation they want to make to the court, I'd invite them to do so, and I would like for that to happen no later than March the 3rd, so that we'll have meeting the 17th, and then March the 3rd would be an opportunity to do that. But so any questions with Anna on these different factors, or any thoughts about the overall process?
I think it's very thorough, and I like the idea of taxable value being thrown in as a portion of it, because to me that's a big deal. It's a big deal on what counties can afford and can't afford based on their taxable value.
It leads into, I appreciate the information you bring, the Sheriff's Department brings, but the most important information that gets brought here is from the appraisal district.
Yep.
We can have all these charts and graphs and all these things, but if we don't have the money,
there you go.
We can't go there.
There you go. Bottom line.
Yeah, they're a resource for the decision, but they don't drive the decision, so.
Motion to approve the recommendation of HR.
Second.
I have a motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
Thanks.
L2 is County Treasurer, authorization of hotspot request. Ken?
Yes, we received.
Did you want to speak to that?
Yes.
Well, I actually got a hot spot there in my office that we're going to hopefully pay for here. And I read the presentation here that Ken sent in, and that's a good summary for it, but it's a little broader than that, really. As it stands, I've got to drive up here on holidays or weekends or any time that there's something that I need to do in the office. For one example is that the county may be closed and the bank's open, and so we always have to provide for oversight of the transactions on those days and anything that might come up. And it's just, I use the symbolism sometimes in being a county treasurer is it's kind of like flying a passenger airplane in that may not be a whole lot going on at any one time, but if something comes up, you better have your hands on the wheel, you see. And so really I want to provide this more continuous access, and I believe it's in the best interest of the county that we do that, and so it's my request.
I would say if I need to talk to you, I need to get a hold of you, so if this
Well, you
gives-
got my cell number, so you shouldn't have any trouble as long as I got the cell phone on.
Yeah,
So,
I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
I have a motion, second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, under item M, additional items, M1 is discussion and/or action regarding hosting of Area Economic Development Council meeting. We have hosted several of these in the past. I think we typically look at late summer into the fall. They do have available months of February, April, August, and October at this time. I believe our last one was maybe in September, so if we want to look at that August or October, we can we can work on a program for it. We've had the fair present before. Irwin presented this last go around on the Judicial Center. It may be a good time for another update on that. So just wanted to bring this to court, see if y'all would like to host this Area Economic Development Council meeting again.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
What week is it? I mean, what day of the month is it normally? It's on a Friday usually. Is it the third Friday? Do you remember, Dustin, offhand?
I don't know if Chris remembers.
I think it's usually the first Friday of the month.
First Friday of the month. Okay, so if we moved into October, that might be where does that get us with the fair and rodeo?
It would be a few days before it starts, probably. So if it's a Friday though,
Yeah.
no, it could be the start of the fair.
It could be start, so we might want to stay away from that, just as a thought, I don't know.
Yeah.
August is fine with me, I don't have a problem. That's
August, all right with everybody?
Do we know what the conference dates are yet?
They're in July usually.
Well, August
We
is
have,
typically.
October, we have, it's, I think there's June for North and East. There's.
Yeah, that's right, June, north and east.
There would be,
We're usually in Austin.
late August for Austin.
Legislative update is in August.
This would be the first Friday, so August would be fine.
So it'd be like August the
I'll confirm.
Seventh?
I'll confirm the date.
Okay.
I won't tell you.
What'd you say?
She'll confirm what that August date is, or. Dustin, we can go to the next one and come back to that if she gets confirmation on it.
Okay, and Judge, I'm looking, sorry, I was trying to see if I could find it real quick too. All right, so M2 is regarding the Information Technology Policy and Procedures Handbook, authorization of policy addition, telework policy. John?
All the way up here. So this would be in addition to the IT policy manual. This policy is, it's a telework policy. One note about that, it doesn't guarantee anyone telework. It's just putting the rules around it for when we do that. And it's meant for temporary situations, not anybody long-term.
It's basically for your department.
Correct.
Your staff, but, we might look at it.
I did talk to Anna about it, because I was curious if we already have a policy in our personnel policy regarding telework, but she said several of the departments have, or some of them have some their own individual, and this actually strengthens that policy and supplements it. It in no way contradicts it. It actually improves it, so I certainly don't have a problem with it.
Any questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
My motion would be to approve the request.
All right.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
And then back on the previous item, it looks like those dates will be August the 28th or October 30th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought that was the last Friday. That's a direct conflict with the, with the legislative.
The October one is?
No, August.
August one is.
So we need the October one, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to do it in October.
All right.
When is the state conference here? It's like second or third week, some second week.
I'm not sure.
But that's, I think, October 30th is fine.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we
Okay.
pick October 30.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Thank you.
All right, M3 is discussion under action regarding order authorizing Texas Independence Day fireworks sales. This permits the Commissioners Court to adopt the order authorizing the sale of fireworks for Texas Independence Day on March 2nd. If you want to permit these, this order must be adopted before February 15th each year, and emergency management does not have any concerns relating to fireworks at this time.
All right, subject to, they can only be fired from a cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Texas Independence Day. No, any questions on this?
So this order is different than the others, that if you don't do anything, they get to have them. This one, to have them, you have to adopt a resolution. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Justin?
sir. Yes, sir. There are different holidays or days are treated differently throughout the year, but to do this one, if the court decides to permit the sale of fireworks during this period, we have to adopt this order.
Yeah.
Motion to approve the request, or the order to authorize sale of fireworks during the Texas Independence Day.
Second.
All right, motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
All right, then M4 is Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce. M4A is the monthly economic development report for November, December. M4B is the In Waco Digital Talent Recruitment Campaign quarterly service report for October, December. And M4C is Workforce and Talent Initiative quarterly services report, July through December 2025. Chris?
Good morning. That was a mouthful. All right, so we have a number of reports for you for today. I'll start with our economic development reports, going through, for the sake of time and numbers and whatnot, I'll focus on the December piece of it, but just highlight a couple of things from November. In November, we did have the announcement for Messer and their second air separation unit going into McGregor, which is a great project. It's an $80 million investment. This will be their second one that they'll establish there. Not huge on the job creation numbers, but great on the capital investment and expanded tax base. And until the McGregor facility was built, the closest location that they had for this, to service this area, was in Terrell. So this really helps on logistics and helping with the supply chain of our marketplace and the services that they provide. Looking at the December report, I'll kind of give you a overall end-of-year recap of where we ended up. On the number of attraction inquiries, we ended up with 143 for the year in comparison to 103 for 2024. We submitted 101 proposals and conducted 75 on-site visits, down a little bit from where we were in 2024, but we are anticipating that this year is going to be a very busy year for us. When we look at our business retention visits, we ended the year at 81 As you'll recall, we had a staff member that leads that program that was out. She is back and raring to go for 2026. Our business assistance requests, 73 for the year, and then our business development events, we ended the year at 34 in comparison to 21 from the year before. So were very busy out and about in the marketplace. A couple of things just wanted to highlight for you as our end of the year recap. We expanded our team. We added 2 new members to the team, our Vice President of Business Development, who is currently on an international mission to Southeast Asia right now, focused on the semiconductor industry, and then a research and project manager. We also expanded our business intelligence and research capabilities with some new software programs that really have enhanced the work that we're able to do before we start meeting with folks, and given us the ability to really dive into numbers more deeply, not just for our community, but across the nation, which has been really good because you want to know how you compare to other places. We did 3 international trips last year, 1 to Mexico and 2 to Germany. We did our first international community delegation, where we went and did headquarter visits in Germany and did a few business development events as well. We hosted our first familiarity tour called FAM Tours in over 20 years, which was great. We were able to bring in a number of site selection consultants into the community. We received our 3rd consecutive Texas Economic Development Council Award in Economic Development Excellence.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, Commissioner, for attending. That was really great. We finished Gateway Business Park infrastructure and opened a new road. That was great, which was Sheehy Parkway. John Bowden Parkway was completed too. And then we had a lot of projects that we announced. So we did 7 projects last year that were announced. 4 of those were attractions and 3 of those were expansions. 4 of those were foreign direct investment projects as well. We had over $200 million worth of new investment that was announced as part of that. Over 500,000 square feet of facility absorption. 75% of that is new construction. 262 new jobs, over 2,400 retained jobs within those existing industries that we worked with, and over $240 million worth of new payroll over the next 10 years will be added into the marketplace. So we had a good year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
One thing, mentioned that we're really focused on international opportunities, and I wanted to just highlight something. We really started that push post-COVID. I had done a number of international trips, but since 2020, we have announced 14 foreign direct investment projects in our community, crossed over the $1 billion mark and what that capital investment looks like. And that represents 29% of all the capital investment that we've seen over the last 5 years. So 917 new jobs, which is just under 20% of the total new jobs we announced, and 2.6 million square feet of new construction in our market. So they're definitely having a good impact in the community.
Germany,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, I was going to say, is Germany making up
So-
the largest part of that, or Mexico?
So it's interesting, when you look at the numbers, we've announced more projects with German businesses, but if you look at what country has had the highest investment impact, it's Mexico.
And those are companies that are generally big worldwide companies.
Yes, sir.
Even though they're in Mexico,
Yep.
they touch a lot of other.
But even we think about, like, we did the project with Envasis, and then we did a project with them last year for their second production facility. And so we're seeing the original projects that are coming through, and now we're seeing opportunities for growth. We had Electrolit, $400 million project. Lots of great things that are happening with those.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my economic development reports for November and December.
Okay, and when would you have industrial park tours, like we've done before, like a bus.
We're happy to schedule those anytime.
Okay.
So,
I think court would be interested in that, just to kind of, because it changes so much, when I was out on the John Sheehy Road, naming, next to John Bowden, and kind of be at that point and just look around and see how that landscape's changed and tremendously.
Yeah.
Or when you're driving down 35 and look over in Robinson Park and see that massive,
It's a monster.
yeah, it is.
Huge.
I didn't see any cows over there.
no cows.
Where do they get the milk from? H-E-B? Okay. Now, so any questions on the report? And if not, is there a motion to approve the report for recording purposes?
So move.
Second.
Motion been made, second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Pass. And, Chris, you have,
Do you want me to do the workforce and talent ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I want, so we do need to go into executive session
Yes, sir.
briefly. So finish up those reports, and then we're gonna jump to one item to clean it up.
Okay.
Our agenda, and then we'll come back and go into executive session.
Great. Looking at the workforce and talent team, first of all, thank y'all for the investment that you've made in that. It is really starting to pay dividends for us. The team is fully built out now and doing great work, focused on opportunities to connect high school students with career opportunities. They're doing a number of different programs where they're doing industry tours. They're partnering with a variety of schools and teachers they're doing internships and teacher externships. And so, for instance, they did 20 industry tour events in 2020 through 2025. Their year runs the same as the school year. So their year will run August through July. And, well, they cut it off in May because they don't do anything in the summertime other than the internships and the externship programs. But they're already at 40% of their goal for the year on the tours that they've scheduled. They've partnered with 25 schools. Their goal was 15. So there's a lot of interest from the schools to expose students to more and more opportunities for careers. They've already hosted 220 students on tours, and they have not done their externships for this particular school year, but they have some really good goals related to that. Their goal is to have 60 students go through internships over the summer, up from, I believe they did 40 this past 2025 summer. When you look at the students that are doing these tours, about 60% of them are first generation will be first generation high school graduates.
Wow.
So that's an important thing for us to make sure that they're seeing what they're looking at, what their career path looks like. When you look at what their plans are post-high school, right now about 45% of them are planning to attend a four-year university or college. About 22% of them are looking at a technical or trade school. Some of them are military, others will immediately go into the workforce, and about 25% of them are planning to go to community college. That will shift, we know for sure, as students come out of school. They may go to the four-year university, and they may end up coming home.
Right. That may be
Shortly
the
after.
First year, yeah.
Like, some of us had a really good time our freshman year, had to come home. When you look at where they're planning, what their focus is on their student interests, most of that interest is around health sciences, engineering, and construction sciences. So lots of areas that are a strong focus for us as a community, and we're seeing student interest that is corresponding to that. I think one of the things that I wanted to highlight with y'all is what their plans are for this coming school year. That right now, their projected tour participation for this school year, the 25-26 school year, will be 600 students participating in tours across 13 different high schools. They have a health career showcase that's coming up March the 24th in partnership with Region 12. That is one where they are going to focus on health careers, and they're getting great participation from the schools and working with employers to make sure that there's a variety of different offerings for students to look at. So they learn about the career opportunities, and then they'll get to meet with employers that correspondingly are in those particular pathways. They're planning, yes, sir?
Do y'all participate in the Yes Expo, booth-wise or anything?
We have in the past. I'm not sure if they're planning to do that this year. We certainly do encourage employers to participate in
I
that.
think they're gonna do it.
That's a lot of kids go through
It
there.
is.
A lot of kids.
Absolutely. And then, because I know we've done it with the Aviation Alliance and had various employers that have participated that way. And then they're also planning for a advanced manufacturing career showcase sometime in the fall. Likely in October around Manufacturing Day is the goal there. Right now with the Health Career Showcase, they have 184 students that are registered to attend. They have a wait list as well. And then they have a steering committee that's helping to plan that out, that's represented from MCC, Baylor, Providence, and Baylor Scott and White Health. So there's industry participation for sure in that. But lots of great things that are happening with the workforce and talent team. They're actively out there pursuing grant dollars as well to help expand their ability to fund more and more internships and teacher externships. And so it's really starting to pay off for the things that they're working on. And then the final thing that I'll just touch on is our In Waco digital marketing campaign and some of the work that's going on there. We're looking at, it's continuing to get good reach there, both on paid searches and then through organic searches that we see. When you look at the paid search, the keyword search, the highest area that we've seen click-through rates with are best cities for schools. When people are searching that, we pop up in that area, best cities for startups and entrepreneurs, where to relocate for work, those types of things. And so it's giving them a sponsored position on the website. So for instance, with Google, and then they're clicking through at a pretty high percentage there. We've invested in some videos for this year, and we have just under 60% completion rate related to that. But from October to the end of December, you had almost 160 views of that particular area. And then when we look at the inwaco.com analytics, we've had within that quarter, we had over 8,700 users. 8,600 of those were new users coming through. And 53% of them were direct searches and came through organically versus 22% came through paid searches. So we're really using the dollars judiciously to make sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck there. But we're also looking at how can we maximize, and where do we need to shift dollars around to make sure that we're getting the highest level of exposure. One thing that we are going to do this year is really focus in again on specific career paths or job opportunities, because we do know that things like healthcare really, that's the highest demand employment opportunity in our marketplace, has the highest number of openings, and also pretty advanced wages that are associated with that. And we'll focus on a 200-mile radius for that, because we found with the industrial technicians and the healthcare workers, they will come from a 200-mile, they'll be willing to relocate within that 200-mile radius. And then when we focus outside of the state, that'll be the engineering ones, because they're most likely to relocate from another higher, more costly location into the state of Texas. And that's it.
And
refresh my memory, which one of these campaigns did Waco pull out of?
The In Waco.
So they're no longer a co-sponsor with us in Waco? Okay.
Okay, any other questions? We had a city-county meeting at the STEAM Center yesterday, and I took the tour, and I was encouraged to see that there's some organic effort to get kids to identify their interest with these different spaces that are available there, from robotics to arts, music and those kind of things too. And so, we've said all along, the earlier we can get kids interested in something and their parents see that and help them directing them, the better we'll be, better outcomes happen. If you go back, when the only entities that we had out there working on what happens to these kids when they leave school were the independent school districts primarily, and they were focused on four-year colleges. And so getting that big shift to start focusing on jobs, no matter whether you need a college degree or a technical degree, has been a big advancement. And so I think we're seeing some real movement out there, and where we had just a few entities working on that, we have multiple entities, which also brings up another issue. Is there any gaps we're not covering, or are we overlapping?
Right.
And so those are discussions that'll be going on going forward. But if there's not any other questions, I kind of jumped the gun a while ago to approve your report for recording purposes, but I'm going to do what the last report for recording purposes. Any questions? I'd make a motion we approve this last report for recording purposes. All right,
Second.
have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Okay, Dustin, you want to pick up those two items and do those?
Yes, sir.
Or go into executive session?
Yes, sir. Under item N, Americans with Disabilities Compliance Project. N1 is authorization of professional service invoice with STV. This is on the records building ADA renovations. It totals $127.50. Been reviewed and recommended for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Under item O, McLennan County Downtown Jail Remodel Project, we have nothing under O1. Under O2, we have the agreement with Brinkley Sergeant Wigington, authorization of invoice number 35. This invoice totals $133,987.67. It's been reviewed by our group and is recommended for approval.
So move.
Second.
I'd have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Okay, then that should be all that. I know there were 3 chamber reports. I know we approved at least 2 of them. Are we good,
Yeah, I think,
Mercedes, on those?
I think we approved A and C, but not B, Judge.
okay, so is there a motion to approve C for recording purposes?
B.
B, what, M4B? So move.
Second.
I'd have motion second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right.
That should be all the action items. Sorry.
Yep, okay. All right, let's take a 5-minute recess, and then we'll go in, and not over 5, maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll go into executive session.
Wow.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we're gonna go back into session to go into executive session on, I think it's 087. Under, let's go into executive session under section 551.087 of the government code.
Thank you.
Kyle back out in that deal now? He's not.
So I don't know what,
He's running for it.
yeah, he's filed for it, but he's also still helping the judge.
Recording in progress.
Okay, anything else to come before court today? Think we got everything covered, is that right, Mercedes? All right, nothing else, we stand adjourned.
All right. Yes, sir.
In my mind, I have to wrap it in my mind.
So this is actually your last pitch, lunch.
What?
This is your last pitch.
My last pitch, that's good.